Mary says, I have a messaging question that I've been overthinking for weeks now. I teach handmade business owners and makers how to automate their sales and marketing so they can generate more sales year-round without relying on social media or vendor events. I know Facebook is very particular about making claims, so I don't know which wording is most effective and better for advertising. My freebie conversion is a mini course. I'm trying to get super clear on the name. Here is what I'm leaning towards and some additional options with word changes. Get consistent sales year-round without relying on social media or vendor events. And there's a couple of other options here. The semantics are tripping me up. My favorite is make more money. I'm afraid to do anything that will cause me to be banned permanently. Look, I've been banned permanently on Facebook ads plenty of times. That's why the page that I run ads off is now on the Australia's Success Mindset Queen page. That's only been set up, which was previously had a different title, because my business page under Katrina Ruth got permanently shut down, and it wasn't even actual that we did the wrong thing in the wording. It was from something from years back that accidentally got reactivated, and then it was no longer allowed in the current advertising rules, and then they banned and deleted my account for that, and they admit themselves that that's what happened and it was their mistake, but they won't restore the account. So honestly, not that I'm wanting my ad accounts to get cancelled again, but it's whatever, because things just happen in business and you just keep rolling forward. But I totally hear what you're saying, and we absolutely concern ourselves with making sure our wording is matching. Even to promote this challenge, the Make Money More Now challenge, Ryan on my team who does my ads was concerned about the wording of that. I'll ask him to comment on this. I don't know if he's in this group. Let's see if I can tag him. I'll send him this. I'll ask him to comment on this because he's the expert. He does the ads for me. But if it wasn't for an ad question, I would say use the wording that you want. I get why you're saying it's an ad question. I have no idea what the second journal prompt was I shared. Hang on. What would surrender look like right now? And then number 2, what is it that I'm actually faith-led to do? Something like that it was. What is faith actually showing me right now? Hang on, let me message Ryan so I don't forget. Can you please help me with this question? It's on, I'll send you the thread that it's on in the Make Money Now group. There we go. Just answer it from my account, but well, obviously they log in on my account, but they will write their name next to it if they answered. Do I think it's possible to be successful in your business without utilizing social media? Yes. Yes, I do. I've seen plenty of people do it. I currently know plenty of people do it. In fact, some of the wealthiest entrepreneurs I know who make the most money don't use social media at all. And if you would go to their profile, you would think this poor person doesn't even know how to use Facebook. It's honestly what are you led to do? Most people, social media is part of it. It kind of makes sense, I guess, but that doesn't mean it always makes sense, How do you know if it's fear holding you back or a task is actually one you're not called to do? This relates to doing videos on social media. I absolutely love creating podcast apps and writing in all forms, blog posts, emails, etc. But I feel so much resistance to doing videos on social media. And I'm trying to work out if it's fear or something I'm not called to do. I have no issue creating videos for courses or my old Facebook group, so this is stumping me. So I pretty much covered this in a lot of ways on this live already. That being said, if you can't seem to get past it still and you're still not sure, then I would just do it as an experiment for 30 days and then see what you think about it and see, is it a resistance of something that's actually for you, or is it just this is truly not where I'm meant to be, or is there a different way? Because sometimes people have massive fear and resistance about Facebook live streams or any kind of going live because they have ideas in their head of how it has to be. I always have to look this way, I always have to do this way, I always have to do whatever, when it's not true. Look at me. Honestly, I did make an effort for you guys because my hair looked like I'd stuck my finger in an electric socket. For some reason, it was all sticking up spiky at the start of the live stream. I don't know what I was doing. Because I was doing kneeling cable crunches with the rope, with the tricep push down rope, and doing ab curls on the kneeling cable crunches at the end of the workout. So I would have smushed my head on the floor. And I was like, gee, it's going to look like I just rolled out of a tent or something. So I made an effort. I fixed my hair for you guys. That's why I was 2 minutes late. It didn't take 2 minutes to fix the hair, but that was setting this up. Just be who you are, where you are, talk how you talk. It's kind of like praying. You don't have to talk in a fancy special way. God already knows how you talk. Just talk in your normal way maybe the whole internet doesn't already know how you talk, but if they're going to be your actual aligned clients, they should actually know how you talk. So just be you, show up as you, maybe put a light on your face if you want to, why not? Get a vibey background if you want to, or if it's easy enough to do so. I mean, I traveled for years and lived all out of a suitcase for years, and I did my first videos in the worst, like most just manky skanky locations, not because I was always hanging out in the worst locations, but when I started to do a lot of my videos, and I called it Entrepreneur Reality TV, and you could still find it probably, I think, on my YouTube, maybe. The very first video I did, I was in the car park of my gym in the Bahamas where we were living at the time, but we lived in the ghetto in Nassau. We didn't know it was the ghetto when we booked the Airbnb. Literally, our first taxi driver was like, oh my gosh, why are you here? White people should not be here. Why are you here? And she was concerned for us. And yeah, it was fine. It was so fine. But the vibe was quite just very run down, and a lot of things torn to pieces and that sort of thing. And it was not visually attractive. It was fine. Like, I don't feel like we had any safety issues at all. But she was this lovely black lady, and she was telling us we shouldn't be there. So anyway, the first video I did, I was a sweaty mess. I had just come out of the gym. I was in an absolute bomb of a rental car that we had. The car park looked like it was the after effects of a building falling down. That's how the car park looked. And that's fine. That's where I was every day. I wasn't even thinking. Like, it didn't even occur to me. I was just being myself, like, make a video. That was it. That was the whole thing. It wasn't even till years later that it became a thing, like filters and how you look and lighting and photo shoots. I didn't do any of this stuff till years into my business. And of course I care about it now. Like, I do want to look nice, and I love my background at the warehouse, and I love to be able to present the vibe of me being me. But the vibe of being me can be this way, or it can be messy. And I just rolled out of the gym, and once again, I'm sitting in a car in a gym car park. It just happens to be a G-Wagon now, and I'm on the Gold Coast, and I definitely look like slightly more put together than I did in that first fitness video. But it's just me being me. It's just an evolution, or a different, it's not even an evolution. Well, I guess everything's an evolution, isn't it? But it's just a different season. So, you know, that's part of it. All right, on with the show. Whatever your show is, get on with it. Out you go. Go do what you're meant to do, and continue forward in faith and surrender. And do not forget, life is now. Press play.